Wall Street is buzzing about mobile payments giant Square and its upcoming IPO in what has been a rather lackluster year for the IPO market. Kathleen Smith is here. She's the principal of Renaissance Capital and joins me now. All right, Kathleen, the range for the IPO is $11 to $13, valuing the company at $4.2 billion. What do you think the actual price will be?
Well, we know that it's been standing room only at the roadshow, so there's an awful lot of interest in it, but there are also a lot of questions. So we think it's likely it'll be priced somewhere within that range. And we are in a kind of a challenging price-sensitive IPO market. So that would be our call the day before it trades.
And we could get the price as soon as today, Wednesday, but of course it could be below that range.
It could be. We know that the valuation, the $4.2 billion, is 30% below the last round of private financing. So they've already taken a pretty good haircut. So now it has to fit itself into the other publicly traded companies that are out there. And it looks like it may be a decent, within the range, it may fit in pretty well to other valuation metrics.
So you think this 4.2 figure, or whatever it may be, is fair?
Somewhere in that near vicinity, we do.
And there's also tremendous interest in Square. Of course, the success of this IPO could be a big deal for the broader IPO market, especially unicorns. It could be a huge test for these companies that are worth north of $1 billion.
All eyes are going to be on Square from anyone that has a venture capital investment that's $1 billion or greater. The IPO market has not seen many of these, and they've been stuck in private rounds mainly because the IPO market's pretty price sensitive, and I think there's some worry that these ones that do come out are going to be discounted just the way Square, what is happening with Square in terms of its discount to its last valuation round.
And there are also concerns about Square's profitability too.
Certainly. I think that's the issue. It's been amazing how well the company has done in 6 years, and it's scaled and has had they've been pioneers in the small business payments business. And that's their leadership. However, in doing so, it is still not a profitable company, and they're just now about profitable on a cash flow basis. But we think it'll take time in order for it to get the kind of margins that the others in the industry have. And the debate is a company that's servicing small business able to get margins when the volumes are less with small business and their credit issues more with the small business community?
And there are also concerns about Jack Dorsey, who founded Square. He's now, just as of last month, the CEO of Twitter. Of course, he founded Twitter as well. And of course, Twitter has a host of issues of its own. So can he really run both?
This setup is not ideal whatsoever for an investor. Even though some companies try it, it's not the norm. We want to see the CEO be totally committed to the one company, and that's not the case here. So that's a negative for investors. We want to see all of Jack Dorsey's attention on Square, and we're not going to have that.
So do you think they'll perhaps put in a new CEO at Square eventually?
Well, we'll have to see. They haven't said that.
Moving beyond the Square IPO, of course, it's been a rough year for IPOs this year. Give us your sense of where things are, of course, heading into 2016.
Sure. We track the IPO market through the Renaissance IPO Index, and it was very good in returns through the first half, and then the returns turned negative through the fall. Now we're into the fourth quarter, and we've had a nice positive pickup. And the reason we have is that the IPOs, for example, the 25 IPOs that have been priced in the fourth quarter were priced at about 17% below the expected range. And in return, that cohort of companies is up over 7% from their IPO price. So because we've had these pricing resets, the IPO market is starting to work. We think Square could be another icebreaker here. We need to see this IPO perform well, and we'll all be looking for that, and it has to be priced right.
All right, Kathleen, we'll be watching. Kathleen Smith from Renaissance Capital, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.
I'm Scott Gamm, and you're watching The Street.